No spotlight calls my name today. No headline shout the roles I play. But in the quiet of my room, I water joy and sweep the gloom. I pack the lunches, clean the floor, answer emails, close the door. I laugh with friends I barely see, and somehow that still centers me. There's no parade for what I do, no audience, no thank you to. But I show up, I stay, I try, and that's the reason why I fly. They won't write books on days like these, on socks unmatched or burnt grilled cheese. But these are where my roots run deep, in ordinary love I keep. This is the life between the lines, not gold or fame, but steady signs of who I am and who I've been. In small routines I choose again. I may not rise in flashing lights, but I am whole on quiet nights. I don't need loud to feel alive. It's in the rhythm where I thrive. And even when the world looks past, I know I've built a love that lasts. A cup of tea, a breath, a sigh, a moment watching time go by. It's not a story others tell, but here is where I live so well. I'm not the post with highest reach, I'm not the quote they always teach, but I've become the truest me in unseen acts of constancy. They chase the goals, the louder wins. I trace the shape of where joy begins, not in applause, but in my space where I belong, where I give grace. So if you feel you're far behind, no piece of something soft to find. It lives in all the days you give, without a prize you simply live. This is the life between the lines, where purpose hides in subtle signs. No trophy shelf, no big reveal, just honest work and meals you feel. You don't need more to be complete. You're everything in your heartbeat. And even when the world looks past, I know I've built a love that lasts. So here's to all the unseen queens, in kitchens, trains, and in between. Your life may never steal the show, but it is brave and full and whole. This is the life between the lines, the truest form of what defines. Not where we go, but how we stay, through quiet nights and messy days. I am enough, I always was, without applause, without a pause. So if you think you've done too little, take pride in every quiet riddle. The life you live, the love you pour, that's who you are, you need no more. They didn't pick me from the crowd, didn't say my name out loud. But even when the world looked through, I stayed right here, I still came through. I waited long for someone's sign, a nod, a glance, so you'll be fine. But silence came instead of cheers, so I held myself through quiet years. I watched them rise, I stood behind, tried to keep my heart aligned, but every no became a door to knowing I was meant for more. You don't need to be their choice to find your truth, to raise your voice. Approval doesn't light your way, you shine because you stay each day. yourself free. It wasn't how I thought it'd be, the path, the house, the family. But even in this twist of fate, I found a way to stand up straight. I dreamed of something bold and clear. By 30 life would all be near. But here I am with hands not full, still finding light inside the dull. The job, the love that should be done have shifted shape or come undone. But in the quiet I have grown in ways I couldn't have known. They said there's time but not too much, as if our worth was built on such. But every turn I didn't plan has made me more than who I am. It's not the plan but still okay. I've danced in unexpected ways. The rules I wrote at 22 no longer fit this point of view. And though I don't have all I guessed, I have a life that still feels planned. I thought I'd need a certain life, but found some peace beyond the strife. It's not what I had once laid out, but it's enough without a doubt. The little things, they hold me tight. Warm tea, kind friends, soft evening light. They weren't the dream, but now they stay a part of why I'm still okay. The timeline's not a perfect thread. It loops and bends and turns instead. But every pause and slow delay has taught me more than words could say. I've let go of the perfect mold, the rules I thought I had to hold. And now I move with kinder grace toward peace, not just a finished place. There's beauty in the in-between, in dreams revised and days unseen. I'm not behind, I'm not astray, just walking in my own clear way. It's not the plan, but still okay. I've made a home in shades of gray. The steps I take, though not precise, are full of truth and quiet light. This version that I never knew is somehow honest, somehow true. I thought I need a certain life, but found some peace beyond the strife. It's not what I had once laid out, but it's enough without a doubt. So if you feel your dream has changed, or passive crossed and rearranged, know that the heart still finds a way, even when skies forget to stay. It's not the plan, but still okay. I'm learning how to live my way. No checklist tells me who to be. I build a life that feels like me, and that alone through night and day is reason I'll be more than okay. So here's to all the not quite yet, to what we hold and what we let. The plan may fade, but we remain soft and strong through joy and rain. I wash the dishes in the dark, folded dreams I didn't start. No one clapped or said my name, but I still showed up just the same. I bit my tongue to keep the peace, held my breath and found release. I didn't cry though I was close, and chose to care when no one knows. I smiled when I was feeling small, made the call no one would call. I stood alone, held someone near, even when I fought my fear. They only see the outer part, but never hear the beating heart. The quiet work I do each day is just as brave in its own way. These are the things no one saw, the silent winds, the quiet law, the strength it takes to just go on when every ounce of light feels gone. I built this life brick after brick, no need for loud, no magic trick. Not every hero wears a crown, some just refuse to let life drown. And in the stillness, soft and raw, I own the things no one saw. 1,000 little choices made, in messy hair and bills I paid. I kept the world from breaking through, while holding space for someone new. I picked myself up off the floor, again, then once more. No one noticed, that's okay. I live to love another day. They'll never know the nights I prayed, the things I lost but never said. But every piece I gave and gave is part of how I learned to stay. So when they say she had it all, I'll smile and know I didn't fall. Not because it wasn't hard, but 'cause I moved despite the scars. These are the things no one saw, the weight I bore, the lines I draw, the tears I wiped before they fell, and all the times I chose to dwell. I may not shout or need a stage, but I have lived in every page. Not every hero wears a crown, some just refuse to let life drown. And in the stillness, soft and raw, I own the things no one saw. If you've done things you can't explain, held love through loss, smiled through pain, then you too are brave and true. No one sees it, but it's you. These are the things that made me whole, the silent fire, the quiet roll. And though the world may never cheer, I know I'm still standing here. No need to prove what I became, the things I did still speak my name. So when it feels like no one knows, remember how your courage grows. It lives in all you've done and gave, in every quiet, unseen brave. There was a time I spoke too soft, let others lead, held feelings off. But even then, I tried to see the worth inside that version of me. There was a year I wore a mask, too scared to feel, too tired to ask. Still I woke up, still I stayed. That quiet strength has never swayed. I made mistakes, I lost my way, said things I wish I didn't say. But even pain has shaped my core, a softer heart that listens more. I won't erase the younger years, the awkward laughs, the hidden tears. Each piece belongs, each one still counts. I build myself in later amounts. Every version of me, from lost to brave, from bound to free. She held a truth, she played a part in growing this imperfect heart. I won't regret the girl I've been. She made the space I now live in. I don't need to be brand new to be enough to make it through. Even the flaws I used to flee belong to every part of me. I've cut my hair to start again. I've changed my mind, let go of then. But I no longer fight the past. It brought me here, it made me laugh. The girl who cried on kitchen floors, who shut her dreams behind closed doors. She isn't weak, she isn't gone. She's woven into who's grown strong. The quiet days, the restless nights, the almost and the inner fights. They built a woman who can say, I'm proud of who I am today. So when I feel I've lost my way, I think of who I was that day and hold her hand inside my chest. Remind her now we did our best. Every version of me, from stuck to slow, from scared to free. She tried, she learned, she dared to feel, and that alone makes all of it real. I don't need perfect to be proud. I'm standing whole and saying it loud. I don't need to be brand new to be enough to make it through. Even the flaws I used to flee belong to every part of me. So here's to all the used to be's, the might have beens, the silent pleas. They live in me, they rise, they stay. They've lit the path to who I am today. Every version of me still matters in my history. No wrong turn made me less than whole. Each one poured light into my soul. I love them now, I let them be. They're all still part of being me. So when I look back, I won't hide. I'll nod to her who walked that ride. She wasn't perfect, but she tried, and that's enough to hold with pride. I didn't change the world today, didn't lead or light the way, but I held up. I heard a sigh and gave a soft, unnoticed try. I made no speech, I wrote no song, but stood beside someone too long They didn't ask, but still I stayed. In little ways, my heart displayed. I sent a text, you doing okay? I didn't fix, just chose to stay. And though it seemed like nothing much, that gentle check was hope and touch. We often chase the louder roads, but miss the love in quiet souls. And still I give what I can give. That's also proof of how I live. I count the kindness I have shown as reasons I'm not here alone. Even if no one says my name, I know the warmth from where it came. I may not shine in bright displays, but I show up in softer ways. I don't need praise to validate the love I leave, the way I wait. Kindness doesn't always glow, but it's the strongest thing I know. They may forget the words I said, but not the care I quietly spread. And that to me is worth the weight of every small and silent trait. Some women roar, and that is right, while others guard a gentle light. I've learned to cherish how I give, and that's the way I choose to live. They say be bold, they say be loud, but I've been steady, not just proud. And in the hush, where no one claps, I plant the roots, I fill the gaps. So if you've loved without return and carried hearts that didn't burn, please know that strength runs deep and wide in all the ways you stood beside. I count the kindness I have shown as reasons I'm not here alone. Even if no one says my name, I know the warmth from where it came. I may not shine in bright displays, but I show up in softer ways. I don't need praise to validate the love I leave, the way I wait. Kindness doesn't always glow, but it's the strongest thing I know. You're not unseen when you are near. Your love is something others steer. They may not tell you, but they've grown because of kindness you have shown. So here's to all the love untracked, to moments given, nothing lacked. The world may miss the way you save, but you are shaped by what you gave. And even if they never say, you lit someone's forgotten day. So next time doubt begins to rise, remember all the softened eyes, the kind you gave, the hearts you warmed. That's who you are already formed. I used to measure who I am by how I fit into their plan, but now I can simply be. No need to chase what's not for me. She's got the house, the ring, the name. Another one's built loud acclaim, but I've got mornings slow and kind, and that's enough to ease my mind. I used to scroll and feel behind, counting likes like they define, but hearts aren't built from pixel views. They beat for moments that we choose. I don't need trophies, don't need praise to validate my quiet days. I've grown win or wanna move. I'm not a mirror to reflect. I'm more than someone else's check. I stand in stillness, breathing deep, and claim the space I choose to keep. I'm not behind, I'm not too late. I'm on a path I get to shape, and every step, both slow and true, is one more step toward being you. They told me growth should make a sound, like faster steps or higher ground. But I've bloomed in softer light, and that to me is just as bright. Lines or lists that chase the perfect signs. I'm here, I'm real, I laugh, I ache, and that's the life I love to make. Some rise with dawn and loud acclaim, some dance with dusk and never name. We're all a mix of start and stay, and mine is just a different way. So if you feel you're not enough, like all you do is quiet stuff, know that stillness has a place, and you don't need to win the race. You've got nothing left to prove, no need to move. Your joy is not a finish line, it's how you breathe and make it mine. You walk with grace that few can see, but it is strong and it is free. You're not behind, you're right on time. Your story doesn't have to rhyme, it only needs to feel like truth. A song you write without a booth. So lift your eyes from someone's frame. You've got your own and it's not shame. What makes you whole is what you live, not what the world expects you give. You've got nothing left to prove. You are the one you get to soothe. Not for the likes, not for the show, but for the light you always grow. Your worth was never in their view, it's always lived inside of you. So here's to walking at your pace, to knowing slow is not a waste. You're not behind, you're not too soon, you're just enough beneath your moon. The bed's unmade, the sink is full. The list I wrote now feels too dull. But in this chaos, soft and true, there's still a quiet version of you. The dinner burned, the plans fell through. You said I'm fine when it wasn't true. But every stumble, every sigh is part of how you still get by. You didn't check off every task. You wore old jeans, forgot your mask. But you showed up, and that's enough. Even when the world feels tough, not every day will shine with gold. Some just ask that you stay bold. And when perfection takes a rest, you still deserve to feel your best. There's beauty in the mess you hide, in undone hair and shifting pride. You're not behind, you're not off track. You're carrying more than most look back. And even when it's not your best, you're still enough, you still impress. It's not the clean that makes you real, it's every crack you lose her flawless grace. There's beauty in the realest place. There's beauty in the mess you hide, in undone hair and shifting pride. You're not behind, you're not off track. You're carrying more than most look back. And even when it's not your best, you're still enough, you still impress. It's not the clean that makes you real, it's every crack you choose to feel. And in the clutter of your day, there's love that never fades away. You're not your schedule, not your speed. You're every quiet hidden need. You're all the love you give for free, the little ways you choose to be. So here's to mess and all it holds, the tiny trials, brave and bold, that don't need perfect to be right. You're whole in morning, noon and night. You're not a test you have to pass. You're human and that's more than glass. So if today feels less than clear, know that your heart still brought you here. And in the mess you still express a life that's worthy, nothing less. They said the best time was back then, but I was busy learning when. Now I rise with quieter feet and walk a road that feels complete. I didn't bloom when others did. I stayed behind, I paused, I hid. But time has never closed its gate, and starting late is still great. The books I read, the thoughts I grew, were bricks that built a better view. And now I step with clearer sight, not fast but steady, not wrong, just right. I used to think I'd miss my turn, but even embers choose to burn. Not every fire starts at dawn. Some find their spark when a rush is gone. Starting late is still starting, still brave, still true, still full of heart. I may not run, I may not shine, but I am building line by line. I'm not behind, I'm on my way, becoming more with every day. The clock is not my enemy, it's just a rhythm meant for me. And every step, no matter when, is how my story starts again. I've changed my mind 1,000 times. I've redrawn dreams, rebuilt the lines, and still I rise with hands not new, but hands that know what they've been through. I used to shrink when others soared, afraid I wasn't made for more. But now I know in this new stage, I hold the pen, I turn the page. I'm not too late for joy or grace, not too late to claim my place. And all the years I thought were gone were roots beneath the path I'm on. So let them fly and let them run, I'll greet my dawn when I see sun. My pace is quiet, soft and clear, but every step still brings me near. Starting late is still starting, still whole, still fear, still just as real. I don't need first to feel complete. I walk my rhythm, calm and sweet. I'm not delayed, I'm just aligned with all the time that's truly mine. There's no too late for being me, no age to cap identity. So here I go with catch the dreams I once let lie. And if you're scared to take the leap, remember roots grow slow and deep. You're not behind, you're right on cue. The world still waits to welcome you. Starting late, still starting, still bold, still new, still worth the light. No need to match the world's own pace. You move with grace, you hold your place. You're not too late, you're just on time to live your life and call it mine. So take the pen and write it now. There's still a dream to disallow. The voice that says you're far too late, because your now still holds great weight. I walk with bags no one can see, a past that only speaks to me. No spotlight shows the weight I bear, but still I rise with steady care. I've held in tears in crowded halls, smiled through countless silent calls. I've learned to breathe when hearts collapse, and stitch myself in all the gaps. I manage storms inside my chest, and greet the world like all the rest. They see a calm, collected face. Not every bruise leaves out a trace, but every scar I've walked with grace has shaped the way I hold my space. And though they don't applaud or cheer, I know I've carried through each year. This is what I carry quietly, the truths I never let them see, the strength it takes to just stay kind when old wounds echo in my mind. No one needs to know it all. I rise, and that's already tall. I don't need noise to prove I've grown. Some gardens bloom when left alone. I'm healing things they'll never name, and doing so is not a shame. Forgiveness takes 1,000 tries, and hope can hide behind tired eyes. But every time I choose to feel, I move a little more toward real. I've walked through years without a map, said sorry for what wasn't my gap, and still I love and still I trust, even when hearts turn into dust. There's no reward for getting through, no crown for all the things I do, but I still rise with soft replies, and that to me is being wise. So when the world looks right past me, I whisper this is bravery, to feel it all and still be here. That's proof enough to persevere. This is what I carry quietly, the truths I never let them see, the strength it takes to just stay kind when old wounds echo in my mind. No one needs to know it all. I rise, and that's already tall. I don't need noise to prove I've grown. Some gardens bloom when left alone. I'm healing things they'll never name, and doing so is not a shame. So if you feel unseen today, know that's okay. You're on your way. There's worth in what you hold inside, in tears you've shed and fears you've tried. This is what we carry quietly, in hearts that beat so The alarm goes off, I'm barely there. I tie my hair with yesterday's care. No medals wait, no cameras roll, but still I step into my role. The laundry's piled, the fridge is low. There's emails I forgot to show. I'm not ahead, I'm not behind, I'm just alive, and that's a line. The dishes clink like lullabies. My thoughts are scattered, quiet sighs, but I still stir the evening stew, and that alone means I came through. No one cheers for brushing teeth or keeping calm with pain beneath, but every task I choose to face is stitched with strength and quiet grace. This is just another normal day, but I survived it in my way. No spotlight, but I showed up whole and played again my sacred role. Don't need applause, don't need to win to know how much I hold within. I make the world go round and still, with messy hair and unpaid skill. And though the world may never see, I'm everything I need to be. The news won't run my daily scene, but life is made in what's unseen. A hug, a meal, a softened tone, these are the bricks I build upon. I used to dream of bigger things, of stages, cheers, and golden rings, but now I see the silent way. I save the world just by today. The bed is made, the lights are low, I wash the cups and let it go. And in that stillness, soft and true, I whispered that was enough too. I'm not behind, I'm not too late. This ordinary holds my fate, and every day I simply stay is strength in one more quiet way. This is just another normal day, but I survived it in my way. No spotlight, but I showed up whole and played again my sacred role. Don't need applause, don't need to win to know how much I hold within. I make the world go round and still, with messy hair and unpaid skill. And though the world may never see, I'm everything I need to be. So here's to those who rise and try, who make the tea then kiss goodbye. Your quiet love, your unseen fight, it shapes the world each single night. This is just another normal day, but you are brave in every way. You rise, you carry, you remain. Through joy, through worry, rest and strain. And if no one gives you praise, just know you're worth it every day. So when the night feels small and plain, remember you still ran the train, and that in every hidden way is more than just a normal day. I am not the final draft. Some pages still are torn in half, but every line I write today is proof I'm finding my own way. There are parts I'd love to hide, soft regrets I keep inside, but I'm not here to chase complete. I'm here to stand on two real feet. Some dreams I pause, some doors I miss, some chances gone with lips unkissed, but still I rise, not polished yet, and carry no unpaid regret. I don't need a perfect plan to say I'm proud of who I am. This life is stitched with threads undone, and that's the beauty of the run. I'm a work in progress, not a flaw. I'm learning still, and that's my law. No masterpiece begins complete. It starts with mess beneath your feet, and every breath and every scar is part of how I've come this far. Let them rush, let them race. I'll take my time to find my place. Even cracks can I've stopped erasing who I've been. I've made some peace beneath the skin. I'm not a finish line to cross, but something growing, not a loss. Some days I glow, some days I ache. Some nights I bend but do not break. This process is a winding thread, but every step moves me ahead. I water dreams that bloom too slow. I rest on days I need it so. And in that pace I learn to see this quiet power inside me. I won't be rushed into a mold. This heart is mine, not bought or sold. And even now, not fully done, I shine like storms that chase the sun. I'm a work in progress, not a flaw. I'm learning still, and that's my law. No masterpiece begins complete. It starts with mess beneath your feet. And every breath and every scar is part of how I've come this far. Let them rush, let them race. I'll take my time to find my place. Even cracks can hold the light, and not all answers come overnight. So here's to who I'm yet to be, to chapters I still cannot see. I don't need to have it all to stand with grace when I feel small. I'm a work in progress through and through, becoming me in all I do. Not finished but I still belong in every silence, word and song. I'm not behind, I'm on my way, becoming more with every day. So if you're building slow like me, know that you're exactly where you should be. We're all unfinished, that's the truth, and still we carry quiet proof. I don't arrive when others do, but every step I take is true. The world may spin in faster lights. I choose the path that fits my night. I've watched the ones who run ahead, with dreams they chase and tears they've shed. But rushing never felt like me. I bloom with time, not urgency. I've doubted all my quiet pace, compared my path to someone's race. But every detour, every stay has taught me more than words could say. No need to reach the top by noon. The moon arrives in her own tune, and still she shines in softer light. I've learned to love my slower fight. Slow is still a way to move, still a way to find your groove. Even when I fall behind, I carry peace the rushed won't find. No timeline writes my worth today. I'm on my road, I'll find my way. I take the pauses others skip. I taste the air, I let it slip. And in those spaces in between, I see what hurried eyes don't mean. I've let go of the should be now, and learned to just exist somehow. Not every bloom breaks through in spring, some wait until the fall to sing. So let them rush to chase a name. I'll build a fire, slow the flame. And when the world begins to race, I'll hold my joy at my own pace. There's no delay in being me, no time too late to set me free. Each breath I take is right on time, and every step completely mine. Slow is still a way to move, still a way to find your groove. You've shown up for your own days. Slow is still a way to be, still a way to feel and see. Your journey doesn't have to shout, it's sacred even full of doubt. So walk or rest or just to stay, you're on your path, that is your way. So if you're lost or feel unseen, you're still a part of what life means. Slow is not the price you pay, it's just your rhythm, and that's okay. I wasn't picked, I wasn't seen, I wasn't part of someone's dream, but still I showed up every day and walked my quiet chosen way. No spotlight ever knew my face, no trophies found a velvet case, but I've held hands and hearts in time and built a life without a sign. I've stood in rooms that praise the loud and shrank myself beneath the crowd, but silence taught me how to hear the voice inside I hold most dear. Some stories never hit the page, they bloom behind a softer stage, but just because they weren't announced doesn't mean they don't count. I am the name they didn't call, the one who stood and didn't fall. No headline knows the work I do, but every inch of it is true. I carry worth, I hold my grace, even without a win and play. You don't need noise to make a mark, some stars are quiet in the dark, and I have learned to love the sound of simply standing solid ground. So here's to all the overlooked, the ones not written in the book, who still create, who still begin, without a need for who might win. I've dried the tears no one could see, and fought for joy so patiently. No one clapped but I still rose, with every scar the journey chose. I don't need fame to claim my light, I've shaped my soul in quiet nights. The name they missed is mine to keep, it's sung in love, it's carved in deep. Not every crown fits every brow, and I have made my peace by now. The world may chase a brighter call, but I've grown strong and not at all. I am the name they didn't call, but I have danced and I have crawled through ordinary sacred days. I found my worth in quiet ways. No grand applause, but still I stand. My life is written in my hands. You don't need noise to make a mark. Some stars are quiet in the dark, and I have learned to love the sound of simply standing solid ground. So if you feel like you're unseen, remember what the silence means. It's space to grow a softer flame, and still you carry your own name. I am the name they didn't call, but I've done more than they recall. I've lived, I've loved, I've stayed so true, and that alone is something new. You don't need to be named to be enough, alive and wholly free. So here I stand with no fanfare, but still I breathe the same bold air. The name they didn't call is mine, and quiet pride is just fine. I didn't pack a bag and run, didn't chase a brighter sun. I stayed where coffee tastes the same, and mornings whisper my old name. I didn't quit to chase a dream, didn't jump into the stream, but every quiet yes I chose held more weight than loud suppose. They said to grow you have to leap, to lose it all then find it deep, but I had bloomed in steady light with dishes stacked in soft goodnights. I used to feel I'd miss the wave, like I should crave the roads unpaved, but here I am with roots that stay, and that's a kind of brave, I'd say. This is the life I didn't change a brain, no new last name, just little joys that stayed the same, and still I'm proud of who I became. No spotlight glare, no shiny stage, but I am whole and I am safe. The world may race, may push, may shout, but I have peace in leaving doubt. My quiet love, my simple days are full of worth in quiet ways. I didn't move, I didn't flee, but every day I chose to be, to show up soft, to stay and try to live this life and not ask why. I watch the light through kitchen glass, the same old view, the same old grass, and still it stirs my soul each time. This life that slowly made me mine. I may not be the tale you tell, the one who rose or loudly fell, but there's a strength in staying true and choosing love again. I knew no mountain climb, no final bow, but I have made it here, and how? With all the grace the quiet grows, in all the ways no one else knows. This is the life I didn't change, no makeover, no wild exchange, just steady hands and open eyes that catch the sun in daily sky. Not trending high, not chasing fame, but I am here and that's my name. I won't apologize for ease, for choosing rest, for planning peace. The world may spin, but I remain right where I am in sun and rain. Let others run, let others climb. I've mastered staying one small time, and in that choice I've come to see the best of life grew quietly. This is the life I didn't change, and still it fits though rearranged. With open arms and quiet pride, I walk this path I never tried, and in each breath I softly claim I didn't change, and that's my flame. So here's to what I didn't chase, the stillness that became my place. I am enough, I didn't stray, I simply stayed and found my way. Some days I rise with steady feet, other days I fall back deep, but I've stopped calling it a mess. These are tides in my chest. I used to shame the way I feel, hid the cracks I couldn't seal, smiled through storms I should have cried, and called it strong when I just lied. Now I watch my moods like skies, let them shift, no need for disguise. Rain or shine, they speak my truth. This rhythm is my inner proof. I'm not a line that runs straight on, a bend I pause, I come undone. Even tears can cleanse the soul, and every wave can make me whole. I've got tides in my chest, not flaws. They ebb and flow with quiet cuts. I feel too much, but that's my grace. A heart that moves in open space. I'm not too much, I'm not too less, just human with a heart to confess. Let me shake, let me rest, let me ache and still feel blessed. This is not weakness in disguise, it's how I live, it's how I rise. I whisper to myself each night, you're doing fine, you're holding tight. Even even when my spirit sways. I'm worthy in the cloudy days. Some days bloom, some just survive. But I show up, I stay alive. And that's enough, I've come to learn. Even dim stars sometimes burn. I don't need fixing, don't need cure. This changing heart is something pure. I'm a sea of gentle rage, learning peace at every age. There's nothing wrong with feeling loud, with laughing deep or crying proud. Each wave reminds me I'm alive, and that's enough to heal and thrive. I've got tides in my chest, not flaws. They ebb and flow with quiet cause I feel too much, but that's my grace. A heart that moves in open space. I'm not too much, I'm not too less. Just human with a heart to confess. Let me shake, let me rest, let me ache and still feel blessed. This is not weakness in disguise. It's how I live, it's how I ride. So here I stand, not always still, but always true and always real. My storms don't mean I'm breaking down, they mean I'm brave enough to drown. I've got tides in my chest, not shame. They speak in rhythm, not in blame. And through it all I stay and breathe. This ocean heart will never leave. So when you feel you're too much to remember, feeling makes you true. You are not broken, not a guest. Your waves and fire and all the rest. No one claps when I wake at 6, or when I mend what's come unstitched. No cameras roll, no spotlight shows, just quiet steps that no one knows. I fold the clothes, I rinse the plate, I show up even when I'm late. I hold my breath and hold their hand, and somehow still they think I can. There's no parade for staying calm or finding peace without a song, but every time I choose to stay, that strength in such a quiet way. I've learned to count the little things, like coffee cups and mood swings, like keeping going when I'd stop. That's where my courage likes to drop. These are the things that don't get noticed, the moments small, the softest focus. But in their light I build my day, with ordinary sacred ways. No medals pinned, no stories sold, but I am here and I am gold. I don't need loud to feel alive, I bloom in silence and survive. What's quiet doesn't mean it's small, I've stood through more than I recall. 1,000 yes and quiet tears, a fight that stretched across the years, and no one saw but I still rose, with gentle strength the brave ones know. I change my dreams to fit the day, and love the ones who lose their way. It's not in books or magazine, but I'm the strongest I have been. They won't make songs about my name, but I still show up just the same. And maybe that's the greatest art, to hold the world with just my heart. Not every star is meant to gleam, some shine within, some light the seam, and I'm the kind who holds it in. titles pinned, no story sold. But I am here and I am gold. I don't need loud to feel alive. I bloom in silence and survive. What's quiet doesn't mean it's small. I've stood through more than I recall. That don't get noticed, but they're the threads that hold the focus. Every unseen steady line is proof this life is truly mine. Not shining loud but strong and clear, I'm fully present, I am here. So when no one says well done today, just know you mattered anyway. The things that don't get noticed still are made of heart and depths and will. I once dreamed in colors loud and wide, chased the stars I couldn't hide. But some dreams faded soft and slow, and somehow that helped me grow. I said goodbye to center stage, to stories written on a bigger page. But in the quiet I found my name and learned not every fire becomes flame. Some dreams I folded like a note, placed in drawers I never wrote. Not out of fear, not out of lack, but knowing when not to look back. The world may praise the ones who chase, but there is grace in giving space. Sometimes we bloom by letting go of what we thought we had to show. The dreams I let go didn't die, they just became my why. In every no I made a choice and shaped my path with my own voice. I'm not a story left behind, I'm the woman that dream helped find. I don't need a stage to shine, I've built a life that feels like mine. With quiet wins and steady hands, and joy that still understands. Not every goal needs to be reached, not every mountain must be breached. Some journeys turn, some gently slow, and that's the way real roots grow. I traded spotlight for soft light, late night tea and baby cries. I've held the world in arms unseen, and called that love and called that dream. I watched old hopes drift like leaves, but never once forgot to breathe. The dream was never just a name, it's every choice that made me sing. I won't regret just have to live with it. And if your dream now wears your skin, that's the truest place to begin. The dreams I let go didn't die, they just became my why. In every no, I made a choice and shaped my path with my own voice. I'm not a story left behind, I'm the woman that dream helped find. So here I stand with dreams reshaped, no shame in what I didn't take, because even dreams that softly go still leave their light, still let me grow.
I used to carry skies alone, holding storms in silent tone, smiling wide through every ache, afraid to bend, afraid to break. I thought being strong meant standing tall, never leaning through it all. But even trees when winds are high will sway and still survive the sky. I've held my breath to keep control, but even calm can take its toll. Of cracks I tried so hard to hide, but always letting light inside. Now I know that asking please is braver than it used to be, and tears don't mean I'm falling through, they water what I'm growing into. It takes the strength to ask for rain, to say out loud I'm not okay, to trust that help won't steal your light, but hold it steady through the night. No shame in soft, no pride in pain. It's power just to ask for rain. I won't pretend to hold the sky when I need arms to rest nearby. This heart still beats, though not unscored, and every crack has made it art. Let them see me in the gray, in messy hair and no word days, because that too is love and fight, to stay while waiting for the light. I've smiled in rooms where I felt small and answered fine through every call, but now I speak with quieter truth and let my voice make space for proof. Not every hero walks alone, some hold hands when winds have blown, and in that bond I start to see the part of strong that sets me free. If I can say I need you near, then I am not defined by fear. This kind of truth, this open name is not defeat, it's how I came. It takes the strength to ask for rain, to say out loud I'm not okay, to trust that help won't steal your light, but hold it steady through the night. No shame in soft, no pride in pain. It's power just to ask for rain. I won't pretend to hold the sky when I need arms to rest nearby. This heart still beats, though not unscarred, and every crack has made it art. I'm learning grace and letting go. Not every tear means I don't know. Sometimes the bravest thing to be is simply seen and fully me. It takes the strength to ask for rain, to say out loud I'm not okay, to trust that help won't steal your light, but hold it steady through the night. No shame in soft, no pride in pain. It's power just to ask for rain. So if you see me break today, know I've chosen not to There's the strength in being plain and peace in learning to ask for rain.
I used to chase a moving line, trying to fit some perfect sign. But now I sit and sip my tea and feel at home just being me. There were years I thought I had to prove that I could win, that I could move. But every yes I gave away was a little no to who I am today. I've walked in shoes that weren't my size, smiled through rooms with practiced lies. But every wrong turn, every fall brought me here, and I love it all. I'm not the loudest in the room, I don't outshine or chase the bloom. But in my quiet I have grown, with roots so deep they stand alone. I have no one else to be, no role to play, no mask to see. Just this heart that learns each day to find the light in its own way. I'm not more, I'm not less, just enough, and that's success. I don't need a crown or stage to feel my worth or turn the page. My life is full in smaller things, like peace the morning silence brings. Let them run, let them race, I found joy in my own pace. Some shine bright, I burn slow, but I still glow and still grow. I'm the quiet, yes, at night, when no one claps but I feel right. I'm the one who stays and tries when no one sees and no one cries. I've lost some friends, I've lost some pride, but gained myself on the other side. The one who never needed more, just space to breathe, just one open door. No spotlight makes me more complete, no finish line beneath my feet. I bloom where others wouldn't look, a quiet line in someone's book. I have no one else to be, no role to play, no mask to see. Just this heart that learns each day to find the light in its own